Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe my YouTube channel. The pontiff had been hospitalized for weeks at the Gemelli Hospital in Rome after suffering a bout of bronchitis and double pneumonia. Cardinal Kevin Farrell, the Vatican Camerlengo, announced in a statement, at 7:35 this morning, the Bishop of Rome, Francis, returned to the home of the Father. His entire life was dedicated to the service of the Lord and of his Church. Pope Francis' tragic death has plunged 1.4 billion Catholics across the globe into mourning. It comes just a day Pope made his first prolonged public appearance since being discharged on March 23 from a 38-day hospital stay for pneumonia. He met the public on Easter Sunday and blessed thousands of people in St. Peter's Square. Francis also met with U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance on Sunday to exchange Easter greetings at Casa Santa Marta in Vatican City. The crowd shouted and cheered as a frail-looking Francis looped through the square in his open-topped Popemobile and then up and down the main avenue leading to it. He stopped occasionally to bless babies brought up to him, just weeks after fighting for his life. Brothers and sisters, Happy Easter, Francis said. Francis didn't celebrate the Easter Mass in the piazza, delegating it to Cardinal Angelo Camastri, the retired archpriest of St. Peter's Basilica. But after the Mass ended, Francis appeared on the loggia balcony over the Basilica entrance for more than 20 minutes and imparted the apostolic blessing in Latin. The crowd of people below, estimated by the Vatican to be more than 35,000, erupted in cheers as a military band kicked off rounds of the Holy See anthem. The pontiff had been suffering from his latest bout of bronchitis for days and was admitted to the hospital. His condition appeared to worsen as doctors had to change treatment for the Pope's respiratory tract infection due to a complex clinical situation. And it was then confirmed he was suffering from double pneumonia after undergoing an X-ray. The 88-year-old underwent blood transfusions and was described as more unwell than the day before and in a critical condition. The Vatican said at the time that the prognosis is reserved. Emotional tributes are pouring in for the pontiff from across the world. The Archbishop of Westminster, Cardinal Vincent Nichols, paid tribute to Pope Francis, saying, "A voice proclaiming the innate dignity of every human being, especially those who are poor or marginalized, is now silent." Vance, who is now visiting India after meeting the Pope yesterday, said, "I just learned about the passing of Pope Francis. My heart goes out to the millions of Christians all over the world who loved him." Vance's office said the vice president expressed his gratitude to Pope Francis for inviting him to meet on Easter Sunday and for the hospitality the Vatican has extended to his family. "I pray for you every day," Vance said as he bid Francis farewell. French President Emmanuel Macron said that throughout his pontificate, Pope Francis had always sided with the most vulnerable and the most fragile, and that he did this with a lot of humility. In this time of war and brutality, he had a sense for the other, for the most fragile, Macron told reporters. Dutch PM Dick Schiff said, "Pope Francis was in every way a man of the people. The global Catholic community bids farewell to a leader who recognized the burning issues of our day and called attention to them." Two people close to the pontiff claimed Francis told them he might not make it this time while he was diagnosed with severe lung disease. According to a report by Politico. He had reportedly warned his aides that he might not survive his battle this time. Francis added that he had been particularly touched by the drawings and letters from children, thanking the faithful for their prayers and offering to entrust everyone to Mary's intercession. He said, "In recent days I have received many messages of affection, and I have been particularly struck by the letters and drawings from children. Thank you for this closeness, and for the prayers of comfort I have received from all over the world. I entrust you all to the intercession of Mary, and I ask you to pray for me." Francis, who has led the Catholic Church since 2013, has a history of lung problems, having had part of one lung removed due to pleurisy as a young man. He had spent 12 years working as the Church's most beloved figure after succeeding Pope Benedict XVI. The Argentine had worked as a bouncer before turning to the priesthood after recovering from pneumonia back in 1958. Francis took over the role of Pope in 2014. And had been seen as an outspoken modernizer, reformist and progressive. He had championed the decriminalization of homosexuality, warned against threats to democracy, and supported the cause of refugees. The religious leader had fought off a long history of health issues both as a young and old man, including 3 previous hospitalizations since he became the Pope in 2013. Francis had part of his lung removed as a young man in Argentina and has suffered from recurring bouts of bronchitis. He spent 3 days at the Gemelli Hospital, which has a special suite for treating popes, in 2023 for an acute case of pneumonia. The pontiff was rushed to Hythe Hospital on March 29, 2023, after he felt a sharp pain in his chest and experienced breathing difficulties. He also spent 9 days in the hospital, just a few months later, for abdominal surgery. This saw doctors remove scar tissue and repair an abdominal hernia. The Pope also had a piece of his large intestine removed in 2021 and spent 10 days in the Gemelli Hospital. Pope Francis made history when he became the first leader of the Catholic Church from the Americas. The 76-year-old Archbishop of Buenos Aires, who was born Jorge Mario Bergoglio,